My name is Rebecca Howe. I'm 38 years old and I'm in my 38th week with our first baby. I chose to have a natural birth with midwives, but in a hospital setting because of many things. I'd say the first thing was witnessing my niece's birth 2 years ago. She was in a hospital with an obstetrician, and she just the whole thing about the snowball effect of the intervention from Pitocin, because the Pitocin had the contractions come up way too strong, like she couldn't gradually ease into it. She was just in so much pain. So it led to the epidural. She had the baby vaginally, but it was, she said afterwards that she just felt like she had no control over it, and like she was kind of more, she got more scared from what they were telling her, like the baby's heartbeat, and all that was probably happening. But then we saw The Business of Being Born, a documentary, and that was this whole thing where we learned that they want to get you in and out. So it could have been the time where she was just like the clock was ticking, so they wanted to speed up things. So that was another eye-opener. We didn't know if it was going to be covered 100%, and the last thing I wanted to do is fight with insurance companies when I have a newborn. So we found the midwives in the hospital setting, and it was kind of the best of both worlds for us, in the sense that I was a little intimidated about having, you know, my first baby, and then feeling more relaxed because it's more of the natural way, which we want the natural birth, or try for. I practiced yoga throughout the pregnancy. I've read a ton of books, you know, just I stumbled upon Mothering magazine, which led me to a book called Having a Baby Naturally. I learned about drinking red raspberry tea and just meditations, and just believing in just getting the confidence that my body will do what it will. I've come to Dr. Berlin and his team for chiropractic care and acupuncture, which, I mean, who doesn't like a massage? I mean, and then you're carrying this weight, so having a massage right in your pelvis area and your hips, it's just, you know, just been relaxing, if nothing else. And then just preparing for the pelvis to start opening up in the later months. They have, because they know me, and I've always lived kind of more on the natural side of life. You know, I've always looked into Eastern doctors and, you know, alternative medicines and things. And I practiced yoga for a number of years, and they weren't surprised. They would question it, and then more of my friends, like I would say, yeah, we're gonna have a doula there, and they're like, well, isn't that the same as a midwife? The midwives actually can deliver the baby, and they have different training, and then with the doula, they're more of the labor coach. So they don't do any like exams or anything like that. They're strictly there to aid in your comfort, you know, through labor. And so it's been interesting, the feedback I do get, because unfortunately people don't know that you can try for a natural birth and have some assistance other than, you know, your partner, who may not know what they're doing, really. I would tell everybody who's listening to just do your research. And I mean, midwives have been around forever, and there's something about having that woman's touch, that nurturing. Not saying that men obstetricians can't be the same way, but I just even from like learning how back when the laying flat position, because it was easier for the doctor to just catch the baby. It's like easier for them. We're the ones going through this labor. So I just would recommend just doing research on doulas and midwives and doing a natural birth, just because the cascade of interventions, I mean, taking drugs, they go to the baby, you know. It's like, it's been kind of proven, and I've heard about how babies will come out of a natural birth and actually be laid on a stomach and find their way to breastfeed, because that's the natural instinct that they have, you know. But coming out from a drug birth, it's like they're kind of spacey, you know. They're spacey anyway, and they'll sleep for the first few days is what I hear, but I just think it's like such a natural, beautiful thing, and I hope to experience that.